Hi guys, welcome. So, I've been using the High Elf Sorcerer for a little while now. You see level 20, my gear, I was wearing full primal of the Seducer. I just made it all green, all made by my main character. It's like in a previous video I just said, like, you know, use your vet 10 making the master crafter, and everyone else you can just sort of do craft all their good shit with, and it's a lot better. But how I actually think about the sorcerer so far, like, as you know, my first was Templar. I did consider starting with the sorcerer, but I thought, nah, Templar's cool. Templar suits Imperial, sword and shield, all stuff like that. Because I really wanted to be the Imperial, so I thought that'll be the best. But so I didn't bother, and then yeah, I got so bored of doing that, and then I think that's what makes me appreciate Sorcerer so much more, because what I've noticed so far is there's so many cool combinations of things to use, and not only that, even as the healer side, you are so strong just like using that. I mean, I just have to say my 2 summons, and then even if I'm getting attacked, I've got my constant heals and everything like that, so even though I'm being attacked, then my guys will just kill that. For some reason, even though you're in full light armor, doing like 0 damage, you're actually way more powerful than a Templar could ever be. You know, I could never take things out as simply as I do now, and as efficiently. But it's not only that, there's so many good skills to use. Like, we'll go into the skills. There's so many cool, interesting ones. I mean, because my main's going to be he is the master crafter, I can save all them skill points on all that shit there, and then I plan to get all of these maxed, because why not? That way I can truly play about, and of course destruction, and of course restoration. You know, it's extremely good. Like, at the moment I'm in the mood for like being like a pure, oh, I can get that next time I level up. Sweet, because I've been waiting for that. Because I've got a lightning staff, and it's just, I feel like it's cool because of the storm action arch, and I can blast with all electric things. It's just that it looks kind of cool because everyone uses fire, so it's just nicer just to blast with the lightning. But I love it. I usually try and avoid the mage because I always think they got the worst armor, but actually the armor in Elder Scrolls, you can see this actually looks pretty cool, even though it's the primal, and primal looks generally dog shit. This didn't look too bad, if I'm perfectly honest. It looks pretty nice, but definitely I can already predict it'll be the most fun race to be, or the class and race. I mean, if you're not a high elf with sorcerer and you're using some other class of sorcerer, you're really losing out heavily, because if you go into your racial, you can see everything heavily benefits as magic recovery, maximum mana, and that'll be increase your cold fire, and that you can really only use high elf for sorcerer. If you're not, then yeah, you're just completely wasting a lot of like potential. Because end of the day, if you're making things become cheaper, is one of these cheaper? No, it's not. Well, there's like loads of things. The light armor. Light armor's actually really good. But there's loads of things that benefit it all, and it just makes everything so strong. There's literally no worries about ever dying or anything like that. If you got the right gear, and that you can really take on a ridiculous amount of things, which you wouldn't be able to do as other classes. Or well, you probably could. I don't know what Dragon Knight's like and Nightblade's like. But this just seems so strong, and it just makes life so much easier. But it's not just being strong. It's not just being able to take things out with ease. It's actually being able to enjoy the class. And like I've said a couple times now, because there's so much variation, so many cool spells, abilities, like things to like stop them. Like I've got, I think it's called Encase, where I just paralyze them for a little bit. Yeah, that's extremely strong. Because they just it pauses them for like 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds. They can't do nothing. Now, this guy, I don't think he even touched me. It's like danced around it. But definitely, if you want to have the most fun time through Elder Scrolls, it is definitely being the sorcerer. But not as that. I feel like when I'm in a dungeon, I'm trying something different now. I'm always being the healer in a dungeon. So what I'm doing for my heals is just these 3 and 2 summons there, because these 2 are pretty damn cool. Like there's 3 enemies there, and I'll just stick these summons on, and they go do all the work. That'll just be there. I know there's only 2, but these guys are pretty damn strong. I think that guy did a lot of work. Sees all colours. He's one of the main people in this storyline. But Mr. sees the colourblind. But no, these helpers are pretty damn handy. I find. But the heals, you don't actually die. You're standing toe to toe. You're getting your like heals and your recovery. I can just stand here, like right next to things, and I'll be healing so fast. Look, I'll try and stand here and die. Let me see if I can run into something now. No, I'll just stand there whilst my things are attacking, because I'm healing my summons at the same time. What's here? I'm healing my summons at the same time that I'm being attacked as well, so everything basically doesn't die. What are these all doing here? Do I have to do anything? No. I'm just looking at the spirits. Here we go. So, I'm not going to summon my main dude because that's unfair. Get out your ball. Let's get over here. Yeah, because look how quick we kill things. I'll just heal, I'll just stand here. And watch, with the regen. The regen's so fast, you literally can't die. And your dudes will just help you out. So they'll kill it eventually. I mean, that's going to quite a lot of health, but you know what I mean. You can really just do most things with your heals. You need your 2 guys to do a bit more damage, because you don't do mad output damage if you're actually just doing shit like that. But that's an option. That's why it's great for dungeons, because you know full well you're going to be one of the ones that survive the most. Oh, what am I doing? I want to pull more to use my main. There you go. This is one of the main reasons why everything's amazing. Like Storm Action Arch. But if you get a charged version, he does like a mad storm lightning everywhere, and that's so powerful. So what am I doing here? You have to press E. I know that's for you. And he stays there for like 18 seconds, which is like a crazy long time. So you got an ultimate that lasts 18 seconds, and it only costs 164 because you get this. Your ultimate costs 15% less. So this guy gets summoned super quick, and he's so damn strong. And imagine that topped with this. You get this will be 9 ultimate once you've got all 3. You get 9 ultimate once you kill a Daedric enemy. So you'll be summoning that Storm Action Arch left, right, and centre. Like you'll be able to summon it twice in the within a Dark Anchor, because it'll be so quick to summon. And obviously all the other dungeons. But let me turn back to my lightning. How much health does he get? He's got so much health. Oh yeah, I was trying to look for my summons then, but I couldn't find them. I just realised that I've not transferred them over. But you don't really want your summons on both sides, because you don't really need it, because it's either best being mad DPS on it. Let me get the lore books. I've got a little add-on that shows where all the lore books are, so it's like a hassle saver. Also stamina. You really don't need to care about stamina with this, because everything's down to mana, so you can just sprint and fuck about as much as you want. And it's pretty damn handy, because when I was Templar, you couldn't run. Well, you can, but it's just like hassle, because you knew for a fact if you were running, then by the time you get to something, you gotta like stand there, wait for your stamina to charge up. Yeah, I can just run at something with 0 stamina and just start hacking away at it, and it won't make a world of difference, or any kind of difference. I'll still just wipe it out. But so far, I've managed to do dungeons a lot easier like this. I've managed to do bosses I struggled to do before. Let me read some books. Never in real life, only in game. And this Centurion, right, you can watch me take out this Spirit Centurion. Thank you. What's he doing? Yeah, maybe paranoid then. So. Ha! How funny is that? Oh, being a retail then. Oh, that's cool. He just merged with his own spirit. But if any of you guys have used the Sorcerer before, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know what skills you should be using. I mean, like, I don't want to do a build video at all yet because there's still so many things that I want to try. I probably will do a level 30 build because I think between 10 and 30 I would have done the other 3 dungeons. I would have got a lot more skill points. I would have been able to actually unlock and have a guess. I mean, I do not want to do. I'll do little update build videos every 10 levels just for progression. But it's just nice to get some kind of idea of what kind of focus you want. Like, I don't feel like I can survive if I don't have one staff as a heal staff, because it just makes life a lot easier knowing for like full well I'm not gonna die. Like, but also you do need, look at that, how quick was that? What level was he?
Now
Not even sure.
this place. We've
But,
succeeded where that withered take the
I think
something I must.
what I've seen so far, the Sorcerer, they put so much like effort into it. There's so many interesting mixtures and combos, and I mean, I may sometimes have 2 destruction staffs, and then when I'm in a dungeon it'll be destruction and heal, or even in a dungeon it may be 2 heals, depending if I want, like, if I wanted, for example, like 3 heals and then 2 other spells here, or 3 heals and some other shit, you know, if you know what I mean. So you could even do that. So if I'm going in a dungeon as a healer, then there's no point in me having a destruction staff because people are relying on me for heals. So it's just handy having that ability to help with some like summons or some kind of something cool from your class skills to actually be able to throw in for a bit of help. But it's all kind of things to consider and look into, but it's just mainly leveling it up and unlocking the skills I really need. But like Impulse, obviously Impulse seems to be incredible. That's what everyone uses. That's what everyone uses to kill everything. They seem to be really efficient. But that's it so far. That's just my first impressions of the Sorcerer. But like I said, the main priority is you need to be high elf. Like I say, you miss so much potential, and it's best not using any full armor, no full heavy, because end of the day you've got like extremely good skills. I'm trying to find them. You got extremely good skills to help with your lack of armor. Like for example, that's my spell resistance, that's my armor. I put this spell on it and then it goes to, you know, crazy high. Yeah, that's probably like more than some people with full armor or full heavy, which is like Storm Calling. It's your Thundering Presence, you know, 700 to spell resistance and armor. That's incredible. Or the Daedric one is the Bound Armor. Increases your armor by 220, but that's like permanent. So it's either keep that on, lose 10%, and that's just armor, or have Storm Calling, become like extremely invincible for 8 seconds. And things will just get cheaper when you're starting to get like reduce the ability, cost of Storm Calling abilities. That'll be 10% eventually, so that'll be super cheap. So things won't even matter, right? Anyway, but that's it, guys. Let me know what you think of the Sorcerer, if you've used it, what you didn't like, what you do like, what you'd advise, and a bit of help maybe. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, and thanks for watching my video. Cheers for supporting my channel. I'll see you later.